Great time. And hopefully next year.
And maybe even some of us older owners is. But I'm back.
Hey FOOS, Mizzah Tee here, with a video that's likely going to piss some of you fools off. Now that is not my intention. I don't make videos hoping to get a specific response or to just piss people off. All the videos that I make in this vein are created organically, and all grievances in this video will come from a Nintendo fan that is used to certain ways when it comes to Nintendo and what they do for their fans. So please understand, what I'm going to be talking about here is how Nintendo treats their consoles and their customers. So I'm asking the question, has Nintendo become lazy? And my answer will be yes to some extent. Now I'm not talking about Nintendo games. I believe that Nintendo still is the best in the business when it comes to creating software with excellent gameplay, pure fun, complete and full of content, innovative and certainly structurally sound games that aren't broken. They are one of the few companies willing to delay a major title to make it bigger and better. So that's not my concern or gripe when it comes to Nintendo. I've always believed that Nintendo has always been at their best when their backs are against the wall. Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, and yes, even the NES. The NES, arguably Nintendo's most beloved console, was a product born from immense struggle and pressure. Nintendo came into a dead video game market in America as a little Japanese upstart with big dreams of finding success. They started out in a meager little office building in New York City in the early 1980s. Foreigners in a big strange city hoping to make it and take the world by storm. And they did. And when they found that success, they did things deemed unethical like price fixing, strong arming third parties, unreasonable quality controls, high licensing fees, and nearly monopolizing the industry. Perhaps they were a bit overzealous in their attempts to protect their success. But, you know, sometimes things ultimately backfire, and is some of the reason they have strained relations with third parties today. But anyway, towards the end of the NES era, they were all about maximizing their enormous profits. And that enormous profit produced a marketing and media blitz of Nintendo products. Games, accessories, toys, clothing, cereal, cartoons, and yes, bad movies. They were raking in the dough, and they gave Sega a 2-year head start for the 16-bit era with the Genesis. I hate pointing out who sold the most because you don't have to be number one to be a successful console. But that leads me to the N64. If Sega didn't fumble with the Saturn, Nintendo 64 could have easily been a third-place console. But it sold around 33 million units, which is nearly 20 million less than Super Nintendo. So a significant drop-off. Regardless, Nintendo pimped the hell out of the N64. It got accessories out the wazoo, from rumble packs to transfer packs, steering wheels, a disk drive system, well, only in Japan, and of course, the amazing industry-changing software. And even though it wasn't any real competition for the PlayStation, Nintendo still pimped the hell out of it. Remember the bundles and the hardware variations like the Pikachu N64 design, the fantastic color line that gave birth to the jungle green Donkey Kong 64 cart and bundle? Those colors sell for pretty good money today for collectors. Clever marketing campaigns. Clever N64 advertisements everywhere on TV telling people to get in or get out. Now that's aggressive. And even again with the GameCube, the worst selling console for Nintendo to date, although the Wii U is fighting to take that crown. Even the GameCube had really good marketing and excellent support in the realm of accessories like Game Boy Player, Game Boy Link Cable, Wavebird, and other peripherals. It also had cool bundles and quite a few special edition hardware variations that would make you want to buy multiple consoles to upgrade to a newer system design or just, you know, collect it if that was your sort of thing. And don't get me started on how well that worked for the handhelds. Hardware variations and special editions help marketing and excite the fan base to buy a newer console, which increases hardware sales. But most of all, it increases mind share. Mind share gains you favorability amongst the consumer, even the ones who don't actually buy your products, because they see your product marketed everywhere, and that marketing to them equates to support, and they know that you're at least in the game, so to speak, and they might just buy your product the next time around. You see, I don't think I'm saying anything that we being me and my fellow Nintendrones, have said in podcasts or just, you know, talking to each other about games in a Google Hangout or Skype. Maybe I'm articulating it a bit more solidly here, but these are, things that we talk about from time to time. Is lazy too harsh of an adjective? Maybe. But the best example is the crazy success that Nintendo had during the Wii and DS era. This was when some of that Nintendo flavor started waning for me. That simple sanitary white rectangle called the Wii was a stale and visually unimpressive design. And despite the success of the DS, the visual design of the original model was a pretty ugly silver clamshell. It wasn't until the DS Lite that the system started to really take off and own the world, along with color variations and special edition redesigns. The Wii's only redesign was the one that took up the GameCube backwards compatibility and internet capabilities, and the colors were only white, black, and red. I think there was a sky blue one too, I'm not sure. Even though when the Wii initially launched, they alluded to a multitude of color variations. They were making money hand over fist, and Nintendo decided why bother. At least that's how I feel. And Wii U looks to be more of the same. They forgot about some of that hardcore fan service that they used to do. I mean, just look around. Where's the special edition hardware? Where's a Pikmin 3 bundle with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck? Or Wii U special edition Bayonetta 2 with Cereza or the Umbran symbol etched onto the console? I wonder red colored Wonderful 101 edition maybe? And I'm not just talking about, bundling games with the hardware. I'm talking about special edition hardware bundles like the competition does regularly, like Nintendo used to do. The Wind Waker Wii U special edition was pretty weak. All they really did was do some symbol embroidering around the Wii U gamepad, and that was it. Now before you say the system isn't selling well and there's no cost benefit, you have to explain this. The GameCube was, like I said before, was Nintendo's lowest selling console, and they still gave some fan service. But honestly, this ain't about cost benefit. It's about fan service. Something Nintendo used to be unmatched at. Will special edition hardware revisions revitalize Wii U sales? No. So what? You get a slight uptick in hardware sales for fans who already have a Wii U, or collectors looking to get a nice hardware collectible for their collection. But ultimately, Nintendo would be servicing mindshare, showing fans and the media that you care enough about your console to tweak and revise it for your most loyal hardcore fans. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America. Would it hurt Nintendo to release a hardware revision of the Wii U that resembles that classic Nintendo Entertainment System design to commemorate it? Hell, Sony even did it for the 20th anniversary of the PlayStation. Wii U is the perfect console to thank your loyal hardcore fans, because we are the ones who bought one day one and still have one today. So I'm not asking Nintendo to mimic the competition and do what they do, or even asking them to provide us with all the same features that all those other consoles have. I'm just asking for Nintendo to be Nintendo, to do the things that I'm used to them doing with their hardware. As a hardcore fan who has owned every one of their consoles and handhelds to boot, I don't think I'm really asking for too much.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, fools.